Hello, YouTube. Hey guys, Darren here. Welcome to Mayhem Country Living. You'll notice it is the Christmas season because you can see the halo above my head. You'll see it. You'll see it. Anyway, don't have anybody on yet. Got one person just popped up. Hello, one person that just popped up. How you is? Hey, Doc. Yes, sir. Got my onion skinned, and do you see my halo? You see the round circle all the way around? It's that light reflecting. I moved it. I'm gonna have to unplug it, I think, because it is kind of hinky on the camera. I think I was the other person. I think it counts myself as one. I'm not sure. How's everything going with you? Yeah, look at that. Oh, yeah. Let me unplug that thing. Before we get started officially, I think that is a little bit better. Yes, sir. It has been a nice. We went out, did a little bit of work around the property, and I was contacted by a company I think it is much better as well. I pulled the window unit out. I think it was time, and I closed everything up, and it's starting to come along. I got a little bit more tweaking to do, touching up, but it's not bad. I was contacted by a company who wanted to buy all the eggs that we produce. And I thought that's kind of interesting. And they're paying us twice as much as we were. They're going to do $4 a dozen, which is pretty dang good for down here. And so I went and talked to them. It is in a very affluent area of Birmingham, in a suburb. And I carried them in, and people were buying them out of my hands when I was carrying those things in. Oh, yeah, they are doing about 13 dozen a week. Something like that. Yeah. And it's a hardware store, believe it or not. And they are going to, and they said they would give me a break on any kind of open food or anything like that. Chicken food. And I said, that's really good, and I appreciate that. I may take you up on that, but I feed them a certain diet, and because that's pastured and organic, no antibiotics or fillers or anything like that. So I pay a little bit more for the food, but I know exactly what's in it. And I didn't really start all this to make money doing it. I started it more for me because I was about to, I knew I was going to get into a lifestyle eating change, which has done actually really good. But I'm very excited about it, and they may be receptive enough to go up to paying me $6 because they're selling them for $10 a dozen. And those people were climbing and pulling them out. $10 a dozen is what organic eggs are going for. Pastured. Absolutely. Living the good life. $4 a dozen. That's funny. Gosh, I'll never retire. I don't think I can work. I don't think I could work at home all the time. She makes me do so much crap. And what else going on? The first chicks, or the first hen, hatched out 4 chickens, 4 baby chicks. So we were excited about that. The hooches, she's really excited about that. I think she named one of them Thanksgiving or turkey or something like that, which is sad because, we will sell it or eat it. She don't know that yet, not till she watches this video. So I was really excited about that. What else? Trying to think just to fill you in on everything. This is the time of year when it slows down for me. I still have a lot to do, but it kind of slows down. So I am just kind of doing busy work, trying to get everything. Yeah. My clock's a little slow. I'll have to wind it a little better. But everything's going good. I was excited about that though. And that was just kind of out of the blue. Trying to do like a video a day. I know it's kind of hard with everything. Just been kind of split all over the place. Yeah. Yeah, me too. But I was trying to think. I did a video on this just now. I got it finished. It's a grease gun, and it's a pistol grip one, which I kind of like these a little better now than a long hand pump because I can use this with one hand. They sent this to me to do a review and check it out and everything. It's a dang good one, and I did the review, and the problem I always had with the ones that I always bought from AutoZone and Walmart is after I used 3 or 4 tubes of grease, the threads would strip out. And the damn thing would either ooze grease out the side or it just pop off. And this is all metal. Everything's metal. And I got to say, it works pretty dang good. Yes, they do. They do. And those are kind of pricey, but they're really worth it if you're pumping like bearings in big machines that get 6 ounces of grease. This is a 14.5 ounce canister. But, if you're pumping 6 ounces of grease, you are going to be there. I've watched people be there for 15, 20 minutes just pumping and pumping and pumping and pumping and pumping. And those grease guns are the electric ones or like the Makita, the power cell, you slap them in there. Those things are freaking handy. Yeah, it is. Absolutely. I like that now, or like the ride mower, the 4-wheelers, cars. Of course, if I change the oil, I'll do it myself. If we have the oil changed, they're supposed to lube it. I don't think they do really. So I usually go behind it and give a squirt or two of just light duty general purpose grease. Somebody contacted me about a series of children's toys that they wanted me to do. And I'll do it because it's interesting and I learn stuff. A lot of them are sealed. So, yeah, a lot of them are sealed. I was thinking about it the other day. My dad, I don't know, when I was 9 or 10 years old, Dad would take me out to the U-joints. He'd show me, he'd say, oh, that U-joint's making a noise on the car, whatever old Chevrolet we had. And we'd ride it up on the ramps and he'd jack it up and everything. And he'd come on, boy, crawl under there with him. And he'd take the U-joint and slap the play around in it, show me that. And then say, you take off this, and it's going to drop on you. And so you do that. You pop the old ones out, the U-joints out. You pop the new ones in. and then you grease everything. Um, and I don't think they teach that anymore to guys growing up. That or packing bearings. You remember holding the bearing in your hand, Doc, and and filling it up with grease. Just and Dad sat there and just you gotta pull it into it, and you would just pull the grease and pack it into it. I remember that, and I just laughed because it was what was it? It was 1970 Chevelle. That's what he had, and that was good stuff. Yes, yes, yes. Do they teach that in auto shop anymore? Do they even have auto shop anymore? I don't think they do. I don't know. But what's been happening with you? How is the wife? How is the family? Are they traveling? Are y'all situated for Christmas? What y'all up to? Yeah, yes, sir. Yeah. Yeah, the high school I went to, we didn't have honest to goodness auto shop. Of course, I was a gearhead from way back. We had woodworking and upholstery, like furniture building and upholstery, and I took some of all of it because it's just good to know. So I can recover like the dining room chairs. Those are easy to recover. Wife is watching. Decorations are up. Well, tell your good wife I said hello. Yeah, because 2 years of auto shop, that would get you in the door at a good garage, and you could make a decent living. Or like you're an old gearhead too. Um, that'll get you on the way to doing some tweaking and playing. Tell her Merry Christmas. And what y'all gonna do for Christmas? Y'all going up to her family? Or rather, y'all going up north or down south, rather? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I understand completely. We're trying to do something Christmas Eve. I know. We do the same thing. For years, me and the hooch, we were pulled from one family to the next and one family to the next. Somebody never fails. Somebody would get their feelings hurt. Somebody would get upset because you had to leave a little bit early to go, to drive 45 minutes or an hour and a half. If you were lucky, to the other family where you would eat a second meal, and you would arrive late and listen to them complain about the fact that you had to go to the first place. We have given our kids and grandkids a free pass. Come if you want. Won't hurt our feelings a bit. We're happy to see you. We miss you if you ain't here, but by God, we understand. And you can come day before, day after. We only cooking one day though. So if you do miss it, you're welcome to come have leftovers, or we'll grill a Christmas steak instead of a turkey or a ham. So that's how we do it. And Christmas, the holidays, Thanksgiving, and everything. Well, man, you know better than I do. They can be stressful. And that's one reason I do a lot of the turkey frying and the ham frying. Is it frees up everything for the hooch in the house. And if you throw in a turkey, your wife especially, if she does the roasting, that's 4 hours. And well, you can't make your side dishes now because you got the turkey in the oven. And so I can fry 4 turkeys in the time it takes to do one. And she's in the kitchen getting the side dishes finished up, and it's just easier. Of course, we're different. Christmas steak, Omaha steak, absolutely. Well, there you go. Filthy. Hey, Doc, if y'all wanted to, and y'all may have something else to do, and by God, if it stresses you out or causes a problem, I certainly understand. But y'all could come down Christmas Eve if you were so inclined. You're more than welcome to. And bam. He's blocked. So, Filthy McFarty. All of your stuff's blocked now, dude. Act grown up. Don't act like a child. I contacted a buddy of mine. His parents are in their late 80s, and they're in good health, but they don't travel well. Saying that they that's fine, by God. We'll just throw another turkey in the fryer. It is no problem with me. It is no problem. That is absolutely fine. But I forgot what I was talking about. Oh well. But that's okay. I don't care. Oh yeah, my friend inviting extra people. A buddy of mine, he and I are very good friends. He and I used to live together for years and everything. And Frank, his parents, they're at the age now where they're in good health, but they're kind of fragile. They don't like to travel anymore, and they can't really travel more than an hour or something like that. And I was trying to get them to come down and hang out for Thanksgiving, because they're not going to be around much longer. And they're just on the edge of doing well and getting around and then not. And they were always very nice people and very good to me. And he in his midlife, he was a African safari guide. And I learned so much from that guy, talking about like elephants and hunting and lions and everything like that, and all the photos he has. He's just a wealth of knowledge, and he's a great guy. And talk about prepping. You talk to someone who has lived in Africa, out in a jungle or a desert for a month in a tent, and hunting elephants or lions and stuff like that, or just taking pictures. And that old man, and he's written several books, and he writes poetry, and his dad is just a very, very knowledgeable, real nice guy, down to earth fellow. And you would like him, Doc. I'm quite sure you would. But they don't travel anymore. And so I'm going to try to go up first of the year and hang out with them and visit with them before they're gone. But they're good people. But he's going to come down, and he's got a friend of his that he's going to bring down. I think he was going through a divorce or something and wanted to be around a bunch of people. And I said, well, hell, just throw them in the car. Like my daddy always said, we'll just scramble eggs and we'll water the soup. We can always have an extra place at the table. It is all good. But so they're coming, and then I've got a couple. I gotta call them because today's the 7th. I got to call them as soon as I finish up here. My cousin Chris, who is always on here. Chris, if you get on here, or if you're just creeping and not saying anything yet, We want you to come December 24th and bring everybody. And bring Lisa and Robert. Robert's hell of a woodsman. He makes knives and bows, and he's good. John Mark Miller. Good afternoon, sir. How are you doing? Thanks for coming by. All right, John Mark, I'll post that. John Mark says he needs one more subscriber to get 80 people that are watching. Well, if that's a goal, I hope it works for you. I think YouTube's requirements now for monetization are 1,000 people within X amount of time, 6-month period. Oh, wow, we got 10 people so far. It's okay. I like hearing myself talk. And what else is going on? Well, what's your channel about, John Mark Miller? Wyra Afar? Good afternoon, Wyra. How are you doing? Did I pronounce your last name correctly? Afar? I'll just call you Wyra, like Doc did. Welcome to the channel. Arts and video games and animals. That's interesting. Okay. Yeah. If you would like, John Mark. Hey, Danny. John Mark, if you would like, post a link and I'll see what we can do to get you to 80 people. Taught a class on, I'm going to Danny's. Taught a class on long-term food prepping at a Bama Carry meeting last week. Very receptive group. Good job, man. You're a lot more active in the public and in the community than I am. I don't know. I guess I'm just a creeper on the outside. Hey, Marvin. How are you doing? And Wyra, this is a live chat. It's a homesteading channel, outdoors, food preservation, canning, guns, prepping, that kind of stuff. Anything. I'm sorry to hear that, John Mark. And Wyra, how old are you, Grandpa? Well, honestly, there's probably 2 or 3 people who go by the name of Grandpa, so you would have to be specific. If you're referring to me, I'm 50. How old are you, child? Doc Falcon, I understand. What's been going on with you, Marvin? Oh, dang. Did you have it looked at? Did they, have they checked like ACL or meniscus for a tear? And that happened to this one. This one's brand new. Well, it's 2 years old. Brand new. This one is 50. I'm catching up with what you're saying, Danny. He doesn't advertise. It just absolutely. I wish I could get up that way to you, but no, the hooch ain't gonna move up that far. That's too far away from the grandkids. That's just the way it is, buddy. My dad, he's in his late 70s, early 80s. He's in good health, slightly overweight. No big health problems or anything like that. He's having brand new on his right knee and having everything done. Me too. Me too, Daniel. How are you doing? How are your parents doing? Speaking of us, of older folks, I hope everybody's doing good. I hope y'all had a good Thanksgiving. Hey, Daniel, we are getting together December 24th. If you want to come down, some of my cousins and nieces and nephew are coming down. You're welcome to come down and hang out. December 24th. Bunch of turkeys. Dang, Danny, you got to be careful. That will hurt you. Hey, there's here at UAB, it's one of the best in the country. I know y'all got some good hospitals there in Hot Atlanta, but Dr. Emblem is the guy who does all the orthopedic stuff for Alabama's football team, and he also does a lot of royalty from the United Arab Emirates that come over, and he does really good work. He does all my stuff as I break it and rebuild it. So if you need to get a referral or something, I can send you a little bit of information about it. They're at St. Vincent's, and you will not do better, in my opinion. There's some really good surgeons there. They put mine back together, and I walked the next day badly. I had to learn how to walk again, but it was something. You're from Indonesia. Yes. Yes, Wara. I am familiar with Indonesia. Well, dang, John Mark, I'm sorry about that. Danny, that's right. I forgot that you did have that you were the Bionic Man. Having all that. Yeah. Yeah, I've actually heard of Hadley. Hooch had her elbow surgery. I think that was hers that sent that. I want to say he worked with Emblem staff. I want to say something like that because the Hadley, that name is really, really familiar. What else is happening? Dang. You really are a $6 million man, Danny. Oh, and also, I was doing this keto diet. Oh, man. Yeah. Yes. Or get the mayonnaise jar out. John Mark, can I subscribe to Chad Wild Play? Maybe if I'm interested in what he's doing. I am not opposed to it. I'll take a look and see. Sounds like he has plenty of subscribers at 9.9 million. Thank you. Thank you, Marvin. I didn't quite understand what that person. Oh, now I understand. There you go. Yeah. Yeah. Rico, Montana. We don't do politics here. You're welcome to have your opinion, but I just don't care, and we don't do it on my channel. Um, yes, Danny, I have lost 20 pounds since October 14th. 20 pounds. All I do is eat, and I've mentioned it briefly. I eat meat and vegetables, no bread, no sugar. Gosh, nothing in a box. Have a good day, John Mark. And it's really good. I went to my doctor Monday. I had a doctor's appointment just for a recheck because I told him I was going to do that 2 months ago, and he said, "Well, you're crazy. That's not healthy." And he said, "Damn." He said, "You lost that weight." I said, "Well, yeah." And I think I'm down to 170 now. I was like almost 190. I may go down a little bit more and then kind of adjust it. But I had bread the other day. I had 4 pieces of bread. I had a turkey sandwich. I had 2 turkey sandwiches. And it was delicious. So it's nothing but grass-fed beef, chicken, pork, lamb, fish, seafood, high quality oils like avocado, stuff like that, cashews, high fats, good fats, high quality sardines. I kind of like sardines now. And it actually is helped my arthritis in shoulders and elbow because I've lost 20 pounds. I was trying to think. Okay, 20 pounds. I'll show you. And this is a really good, well, it's a little bit more. I lost that much weight. That's how much weight I lost. I feel better. My face isn't fat either. Oh, yeah, I read Marvin, his last comment. That was kind of weird. And it, you know, if you don't like Trump, I don't care. It's okay. You know, whatever your political affiliation is, it is all right with me. I myself am an anarchist who operates off of a non-aggression principle. 2 bags of Pintos, absolutely, Doc. That's the only thing I could see that was close to 20 pounds. Thanks, Danny. Yeah, I guess. Seafood would be fantastic. We had flounder night before last, and it was good. It was good, and we had baby shrimps, little shrimps. Like I had that much baby shrimp, and it was dang good. Gosh, it was dang good. What time? The 24th? Maybe get out of the house. Let me ask the hooch. I will message you back later. I'm going to start frying turkeys at 8 or 9 o'clock. Turkeys and hams. And you don't have to bring nothing. Probably going to eat around 12 or 1. I know my parents are coming, and my buddy Frank and his roommate. Place you go in Florida, stuff's so good it makes my toes curl. Yeah, and it was like handfuls. That sounds good too, Marvin. Come on down, Danny. Y'all are welcome to come down. December 24th, I'll just buy another dang turkey, and we'll eat turkey. I I don't even know if I'm going to do all the exotic seasoning stuff that I did, because I did like Creole and garlic and all this and all that. We did some ham rubs, and they were dang good, the ham rubs. But just a regular old fried ham was pretty good. I may get 2 fryers going because the ham rub came off and kind of corrupted the oil. So I just poured the oil out. I mean, I fried, gosh, wait a minute. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I fried 4 turkeys, 2 hams, and then the next day there wasn't any leftovers. So I fried 2 more small chickens, like 7-pound chickens, and it was good. And we had Thanksgiving the next day too. And Hooch made another plate of, or another dish of cornbread stuffing. And we ate all over again the next day, and it was good. And I broke my keto fast, and I actually had cornbread stuffing. Did not have any potatoes. Boy, I had sweet potatoes because those are a little better for you. Less carbs. But it was dang good. And I only gained like 1.5 pounds for my splurging. And I ate a good bit. So it was good stuff. Now, trying to catch up on everything. Yeah, Doc, we froze some of the ham the second day after Thanksgiving. We did ham and pintos, and it was fantastic. Threw a bunch of that ham in there with a black crust. Man, it was really good. I think that's all we're talking about right now, is cooking and food. Well, it is Christmas. Guys, how many days till Christmas? Okay, today's the 7th. It's the 25th. So that's 20, 19, 18. 18 days. Well, kind of counting today still. 18 days. I have not. I have not seen. I have been so busy with my work. I haven't watched any, gotten on YouTube. They are very nice. I regret that we were not able to meet them, because we had kind of planned on it. I had the Hooch and I had gone to our oldest grandson Xander. His birthday was like the day before, and we were at one of those jumpy places where all the kids are running around with snot and rubbing stuff, and just not intentionally, but that's just what they were doing. And we both got some kind of stomach bug for about a day and a half, where we could not leave the house. So we stayed here, and I just begged off and apologized. He'll come back down. Actually, Doc is looking at, well, it's not my business, I ain't gonna say. He may be coming down with more frequency, I would say that. That would be what I can say. Hey, Pete, what you up to, man? But yeah, his wife, Doc Sprocket's wife, Amy, they're both really nice people, but his wife was very nice. She came up and she just gave me a hug, and I thought, I've never met her before in my life. And she's a very sweet lady. She's very nice. And Doc Sprocket probably does not deserve anybody that's sweet. He's a lucky man. Tell him I said that when you talk to him. How's everything going with you, though, Pete? We're sitting here in line and just talking about nothing much. Yes, sir. I understand we're doing the same thing. We did a little bit of work out on the yard and the property, and did a few videos. I've got to do some work. I'll show you this. Hang on, I'll show you this video. Of course, YouTube will block it and demonetize it, but they always do that. for my for the GUN stuff, but there you go. And it is green laser. This is an upper that I built, and in the box back, well, it's over there. It's out of the camera screen. Is the lower that I'm going to be putting together in a little bit. But she got me that for Christmas and gave it to me. Put that back up. And it's just something to play with. Chris Patterson. Yeah. Thank you, Marvin. Yes, Pete, we are. It's gonna be a slow. Thank you, Pete. It's just it's 556, and you know, it's mainly for fun plinking stuff like that. Yes, sir, Marvin, they are. That was number 3, I think, so far. Yes, Marvin, he is going to defect. Absolutely. I think there are some domestic issues that may be holding him in Canada. So if he hadn't told you, I ain't going to say nothing, especially on a live chat. You probably know. Yeah, Chris Patterson, you, sir, are a weirdo. Well, don't do the weird stuff then, Chris, or we'll just block you completely. Hey, Lady Farmer, how are you doing? Good morning. That's right. Just woke up there. How are everything going? How is all the new seedlings that you planted and the ground that you've recently broke up? No, hang on, let me fix this. Gosh, so there in the Philippines, what is it? 7 o'clock in the morning there, Lady Farmer, something like that. Oh, from the storm. There you go. And Chris, again. No one can see it but me, Chris. $5:47. Okay, I was an hour off. I thought it was around 7 a.m. It's almost 6. Okay, I was just curious. Good grief. You need coffee. Pete, it is this morning it was overcast and foggy, and like in the low 50s. Temperature has come up and it is tall. I was out working in the chicken coop, taking care of the babies and checking eggs and picking up. We're going to separate all the roosters and everything and just do sterile eggs unless we need to propagate. but it has been nice. Hadn't been too cold. We actually slept with the window cracked open. We like cold bedrooms anyway, so we slept with the window open last night. Yeah, 50s ish. So it was nice. What's it like up there, where you are? Yeah. Yeah, it is. Actually, when the sun's out and the wind's not blowing, you could wear short sleeves out here today. Okay. The weather doesn't really get crappy here in Alabama until I guess January. Now we have wet winters, but we really don't start seeing the ice storms until after the first of the year. Danny, yeah. Oh, Hoosh was talking about. She said she was watching something, Alaskan something, and she said she would like to live up in Alaska. And I said, that part of living in Alaska is the fact that you're going to have to cut wood every day and stay ahead of it. And she said, no, that would be your job, wouldn't it? I said, no, I'm not going to Alaska. Only in the summer. I have no desire to experience an Alaskan winter. No, thank you very much. Or Montana, or any of those states like that. No, thank you. Yeah. No, thank you. Alabama, Tennessee, Georgia, Carolinas, I enjoy, and I do. Mississippi, a little bit of Texas in some places, but I have no desire to go north. That's nice weather. That is. That's good weather right there. That's wash your car, clean it up good, go get you something, go get you a nice something to grill, and sit back and drink a beer weather. That's good weather right there. 70 on an afternoon, Saturday afternoon. Good grief, northern Wisconsin. Or Minnesota or Michigan. I just don't know if I could do it. Don't know if I could do it. $50. Okay. That's not too bad, Pete. I don't think if I'm converting in my head correctly. Okay. Yeah. I understand the need for coffee. I bet they do, Doc. I bet the wind coming off those Great Lakes. I bet it is freaking frigid. I bet it is. Yes, Marvin, I read the same thing too. That's why I went ahead and I started getting the extra propane tanks. Just in case. So, because once we get the problem we have here in central Alabama isn't snow per se, it's ice. It rains and freezes on the tree limbs of pine trees. And if you don't have the roads cleared, the overhanging tree limbs, they go down on the power lines and you've got power loss. And they also go down across the road. So then the road's blocked. So it is a pain in the butt. Everybody out here has a couple of chainsaws and a few extra chains. And you cut your way out. I think we went 10 days without power one time from the ice storm. The last one, the worst one, that was 4 or 5 years ago. We got generators and everything. I'm not really concerned about that now. It's an inconvenience, and but it's okay. We do the good stuff. We do our prepping. That's our zombie. It is the ice storm. That's our big zombie. Hey, Chris, what you doing? Let's check the time. I don't want to keep you guys too dang long. Oh, yeah, absolutely, Danny. Yeah, everything. We cooked on the grill. We got a couple of Coleman stoves. And, yep, breakfast for dinner is good on cold days when the power's out. And keep a big black pot of coffee warm. You can't freaking beat it. That's good stuff. I don't know how you do it, Doc. No, I just don't know how you do that. Okay. I just don't know how to do it. I was watching something too about winters in Alaska. A lot of times they do their septic systems above ground, and their poop line freezes going from the toilet to their poop tank. It freezes, and you have to warm up your poop line to let your poop go into the tank. How horrible is that? I like instant coffee. It lasts forever too. It lasts a very, very long time. Or homemade espresso. Okay, here's what you do. Brew you a pot of coffee. Get you a cup of coffee. And then go ahead and get you a scoop of instant coffee and pour it in and stir it up and mix it and drink it. And then go twitch. Or go outside and run around. Because it will work for you. Yes, sir. Pete, absolutely. I can't agree anymore. Snow is a pain. I've been in 4 feet of snow one time, and that was here in Birmingham. Yeah, in Birmingham. That's 92, something like that. And it was horrible. And it was so bad they called out the National Guard, because we down here, we go get our milk and bread and we stay inside till the 2 inches of snow melt. And then we go back to work. And it was terrible. The company I worked for, they said, would you like to work through the snowstorm? We'll pay you all the time that you're here, 24 hours until you're able to go home. I worked at a hospital. And I said, oh, yes, absolutely. And so I worked for like a week straight, paid me while I slept, ate. It was fun. I mean, there wasn't nothing happening really. I went out and got the doctor's beer because there wasn't anything. The surgeons, doctors, and surgeons that were stuck at the hospital hotels and all that stuff. I'd go down. I'd say, I'm going to walk to the, what was it, Western supermarket. I'm going to walk to the Western supermarket, guys. You want anything? And everybody would hand me little slips of paper and cash and give me some lunch meat, kind of stuff. I'm reading, Chris. Winters here are there's not very much snow to speak of. It's a mild winter. We do have a lot of ice after usually the first of the year. And that can cause a lot of problems with power. Outages, we're actually not set up for any kind of snow. I think the city of Birmingham, which I don't live in Birmingham, the city of Birmingham has one sand truck that they use, and they actually have one sand truck with a blade on it. So they can do something. But it's used so infrequently. If we do get a little bit of snow, they sand the on-ramps and the overpasses. So the same thing here, Pete. If it snows enough to do a couple of inches, because nobody drives safe down here, we're all rednecks in the four-wheel drive trucks, and we think that you can drive on ice. Well, you can. You can kind of drive on it, but you can't stop on it. And that's the kick in the butt, because you might be able to go forward in some sort of forward-ish direction, but you cannot stop. And you just can't do it. It's fun. I had a really nice four-wheel drive S10 one time, and it was a nice truck and big tires, aggressive tires, four-wheel drive. And we had a snow day. It snowed. It's what we call them, snow days. And it snowed and iced. And I had parked in front of my house in anticipation of it. That's no problem. I put it in four-wheel drive and immediately slid all the way down and hit my front porch. Didn't break anything, but I bumped up against my porch. And my four-wheel drive truck with the big old tires sat there for like 4 days till the ice and snow melted. And then I sold it. Yeah, yeah, absolutely. There is no traction. Be careful, Danny. You have a good day, man. I'll talk to you later. All right, guys, we have been on here dang an hour. Y'all been listening to me rattle on and tell lies. All right, we're going to wrap this up. I thank y'all for coming by, guys. I really appreciate it. And thanks to everybody that handled the trolls. Marvin, thank you. And everybody else for putting up with them. It's just what you put up with. People think because they're anonymous that they have some sort of power. Bunch of damn silly kids doing that stuff. But thanks for coming by. I genuinely appreciate each and every one of you doing it, taking the time out of your weekend. I know you got a lot to do. We will continue to do these until we don't. Coming up on Christmas. Make sure you're where you want to be, with the people you want to be with. Have a good Christmas, guys. I'll see you next week, though. Y'all be careful.